Good morning, everybody. Now we are back for lesson two. However, it seems like we're back on Moodle. Back on Moodle. I found out this week that a lot of students have a strange timetable, and having Zoom and then going to the next class is going to be a little bit difficult. So what happened was, I think the university have decided that in the short term, we're going to go back to the original way of doing the class, which was over Moodle and then doing some recordings and activities that way. I'm still living in Yokohama, which is a high-risk zone, and traveling up to Gunma and back again will be 5 hours in the high-risk coronavirus zone. So I think all teachers who are in this position of outside of Gunma are not going to risk the travel. So unfortunately, Zoom organizing classrooms with Zoom access seemed to be impossible. For the university, I was surprised. I thought they could do that because my other universities are all doing the same. Unfortunately, they can't do that. So we have to do this for now. So I'm going to talk a little bit about today's work, show you what to do. You've done it before, so it should be okay for you to follow this way. Of course, the chat room is now open on Moodle during the class time, 8:50 and so on until 10:20. I might even turn Zoom on just for the first half an hour, just if anyone wants to talk to me on there. And I can tell you what I'm going to say again now. And then we'll go to Moodle. But you've done it before, so it's not going to be a surprise. So let me go through what the work is, and then we'll have a look at how to do it. So important message, that's just explaining that we're going back to Moodle. Okay. Textbook, we have, the topic is kind of about relationships and present and past. So we're going to go to 5B. So I want you to just have a look at that one. And there is a listening attached. One listening, which is in part 2, and the listening should be working.
5.15.
There you go, 5.15, that's working. Have a look at that, we'll check it next week. So the grammar is important to check out, and I've made a couple of forms for us to check the grammar. So there is a PDF of each task which I want you to complete. If you can't see the form photograph, then there's a big version on a PDF here. Let's go to the form version. It should take you about 20 minutes to do it. So that's quite small, so if you can't see that, then you can look on the big version. And I just want you to type your answers in. So it's not going to correct it for you. We're going to look at it next time. I'll give you the answers next week, but just where it says the question answer, just type it in. Don't forget your name, student number. Should be access there. Yeah, there it is. Okay, and that's going to go to me. That's the first one. And that's all about the grammar of today's class. The vocabulary of today's class is in a similar way. So if you can't see the form, this one is the big version. PCs are obviously better than smartphones, but with a smartphone you can see it, the two versions. So then there's another form. This is a form number 2. And I've broken it down into section 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so I want you to just type the number of the question, and then in the long answer here, just type the answer in. Okay, so you can just follow it all in a text line. It's easy to do, and then submit that. Again, we're going to check it next time. So it should be 18. No, 22. There's 22 there. So just follow on from 16 on the last one, 17, 18, and so on, up to 22. All right. Let's go back. So then, of course, we've got quite a lot of online work on the same topics of the textbook here. Okay. I want you to see if you can do 1, 2, 3. You can do all those 6 exercises. You do have access to all those, and everyone's name should be on the login. So all you have to do is just click, can you remember your login, and just go to the Spoken English section, and it's 5B. All right. So I want to see if you can do all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those, even the pronunciation ones. Can you try it? You should be able to. If you've got a microphone, you should be able to do that. Okay. That's going to take quite a while, actually, 50 minutes at least. Okay, we're going to go, let's go back to, we'll jump back into Moodle. So after you've done that, we'll go to the main exercise, which is going to be quite tough, but I think it's going to be interesting. Now, as you can see here, it says hidden from student. This is because it's day before. When you see this, it won't say hidden from student. All right. So this is big speech practice. Now, this is going to be a bit strange. You have done it before, but not this way. So this is an idea. What I want you to do is I want you to record a speech, but I want you to just record only one character of this speech. All right. So, for example, let me just open this up. What I've done is I've got 3 speeches. This is speech number 3. 3 speeches. Okay. And there's a video connected to each of these speeches. And you can watch the video and you can practice the pronunciation, the style of the English. Okay, so you don't have to write anything, but you can practice how they speak, the intonation, the volume up, volume down, the natural speed. Okay. Now, what I want you to do, all you have to do is copy your character into Vokaru. Okay, so for example, who is Paul? Who is Paul? Let's go to our speech 3 here. That's Masahiro. Masahiro is Paul. Okay, so Masahiro only has to record Paul's dialogue. Only Paul. All right, into Vokaru. All right, just Paul only. If you're Masahiro, just Paul only. All right. But I want you to follow the style of his speaking. So let's have a look. If we had speech 3, there's a video which should play on your phones or on your PC. So I'm going to click on that. And just have a quick watch. So Paul, in this scenario, Paul is meeting his old friend.
Hey man.
Paul.
It's great to see you, mate.
You too, Paul. It's been years. You haven't changed at all.
Just got better looking.
How come you're so late?
Paul's flight from LA was delayed, and then the traffic coming back was just awful.
Okay, so that's the video. And in that team speech 3, you've got Masahiro, Ayumi, and Sayaka. One of you is Paul. That's Masahiro. We got Ayumi is Rob, and Sayaka is Jenny. In speech 2, we've got this time Wataru is Rob, Mana is Jenny, Hana is Monica. And in the first speech, there's only two characters, and so that's why we're going to do 2 versions, because we're spreading it out. So this time Jenny and Monica are meeting in a cafe, alright? So we're going to do that twice. So we're going to have 2 teams doing the same speech because of our class. So they're going to meet each other.
Monica? Jenny! How?
Okay, so you're going to record just your character's voice. And then, this is the fun part, hopefully it's going to work. I'm going to take your recording on Vokaru and I'm going to cut into a final speech. So I'm going to copy paste each line together with your partner's line and see if we can make a perfect match for the speech. Next week I'll play that for you. All right. So what we're going to do is you're going to record your line only your line. Okay. So when we do that, just send it on Vocaroo, and then I'm going to copy paste each line together, so we should have the same script, should come out sounding the same. All right. So that's, hopefully we can do that. The same script is going to come out, and then we can play it. So this time you don't have to rush. You don't have to be so fast as to match the video. We're just going to play it and see how close it is to the real video. We did it before, but we didn't do it this way. So this might actually be easier. So as you can see, the link to Vocaroo is there. You know how to do that. It's just you've done it already this semester as well. So make sure you get that done. In terms of the using Vocaroo, the speech from last week, we've got Hiyori here.
While I was on vacation, I didn't go travel anywhere. I went to driving school to get a driving license. So I spent most of my summer vacation at home. At home, I often made accessories and saw the movies.
All right. So nice there from Hiyori. She's doing a quick speech. So the quality is very good. And when you do your recording for today's work, what I want you to do is just a little bit faster. See if you can speak a bit faster. I think Hiyori, for your presentation, that's fine. But when we do, for example, Monica's speech there, she's going to speak a bit quicker. So you can practice. With Vocaroo, you know you can stop, record again. Okay. So don't forget you can pause. You can pause each line. So if you're speaking the first line like this, then you can click the pause button, take a rest, go to your next line, unclick again, and then record line number 2. Then you can, that's a pause again. And then we unpause for line number 3. And then pause again. Practice, practice, practice. And then line number 4. And when you're ready, you can just share and save. If you don't like it, you're going to click the red button and re-record. So you can pause each line. So if you're speaking the first line like this, then you can click the pause button again and then record line number 2. Then you can, and then we unpause for line number 3. You see that? It only records when I unclick the pause. And then you know how to do this many times. Copy paste. So see if you can have one file only. It's going to take you a while to practice it, but that's good. You should practice it. Okay, it's 50 minutes of practice to get it perfect. Take time. Take time to do it. Okay. And then when you're finished, we got the Excel. Just going to give that a click. And it says your character's voice only there. Okay, and that was the homework so far for last week. All right, so that should be enough. That should be enough for us to do it back this way. Like I say, you've done it before. I'm not quite sure why we can't have Zoom. It seems a bit crazy because everyone logged in perfectly. Yeah, as I say, if you have your Zoom open tomorrow, I might turn it on for the first half an hour and I can tell you what's been happening. But other than that, that's the way we're going to do it. So that should be more than enough homework to get you done, get you started this way. Okay, if you do want to join, just to say hi on Zoom, It's the same ID. All right, but we're not going to use Zoom anymore. This is just for people who want to ask a question that way. But Zoom is now prohibited in Kyoai. Surprise me this week. But the Zoom chat will be on. All right. So that's this video. Watch this, and then you should be okay for the lesson for today. Bye.